First off, shout out to Cincinnati Bengals Twitter for posting this. I will be, of course, as always, adding all the reporters' questions in this video, enhancing the audio of the reporters and also Coach Taylor. But this is going to be his response to, of course, what just happened. The preseason game where we unfortunately did lose. But in my opinion, I think we had a lot of great takeaways from. Let's go ahead and listen up to what Coach has to say. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Going to halftime with some great momentum, get the ball to start the second half because the defense had gotten us some turnovers there, just didn't capitalize on it.
Zach, what did you see from the quarterbacks, Jake in the first half, Trevor in the second half?
Yeah, I saw some good things. They moved the ball at times. You know, we just ultimately their job is to get us in the end zone. And offensively, we didn't get the ball in the end zone at all. Kicked some field goals, had the defensive touchdown. But ultimately, that's what we're judged on: protecting the football and getting the team in the end zone. And not enough of that tonight.
Dax, probably the most you played a starter in the preseason. Kind of what was the thinking today?
Just get him more reps. You know, he hasn't been a starter yet on defense, and so just to get him in the game reps and get him in the group of things, I think that was good for Dax.
What was the decision to put Jackson Carter back in?
Just those are decisions we had to make up front.
How do you feel like you fared tonight?
We'll have to watch the tape on that for the offensive line.
Coach Dozier, Brown and I guess number 8. What did you think of their?
Who can I get better names?
On offense.
Chase Brown and Andre Yoshivas. I thought they both showed good things. You know, Chase had more of his opportunities in the pass game, so the rushing stats aren't going to be anything to write home about. But I thought in the pass game he did a good job being where he needed to be and making some guys miss. There was a big conversion he had. And then I thought Andre won some good contested throws. One of them, you know, the touchdown was close. Thought he made it.
Any first impressions on Miles Murphy and what he did tonight, get back to the quarterback, going back early?
Yeah, you know, we'll have to watch more. I saw him in there making some plays in the run game. So again, we'll have a better chance to evaluate those guys when we watch more of the tape.
Kind of watching how the game unfolded, how much could you tell the confidence in both quarterbacks and Yoshivas to make a play, feed him the ball a lot?
Yeah, I think you saw that. Certainly, when he had one-on-one opportunities, you know, they found a way to target him, and you know that's a good sign of their faith in a receiver.
When you're watching Chase Brown and Chris Evans and the other backs in these preseason games, what are you looking for in the evaluation process? Just kind of evaluate how good they play or not.
Yeah, just the tempo of the run game, how we want it, hitting it where we think we need to hit it. They didn't have a ton of opportunities. You know, there were some run alerts where we threw the ball, rightfully so, that took the ball out of their hands. So tried to get them the ball, and sometimes the defense, you know, some of the fronts they were playing just presented the quarterback with some throws that they rightfully took. So maybe not as many opportunities we wanted, despite us trying our best to get it to them. Again, pass protection. So again, we'll have a chance to evaluate what opportunities they even had in pass protection. It might not have been many to see how they fared there.
In that case, I guess probably the scripted stuff you do in practice sometimes might be a better indication or a better evaluation period for them in these games because of those things.
It is, you know, but again, as a running back, we don't always go live in practice. We really had one live period, so to see how a guy handles contact and keeps moving the sticks, you know, that you're going to see that a little bit better in the games.
Speaking of that, I mean, Chase not a very big guy. He had a couple of 3rd-and-1 conversions where he slammed it up in there. Were you impressed with the physicality there? That's
good. You know, it was good movement by the offensive line, giving him that opportunity. But it's good to see any of our backs. You know, on 3rd-and-1, we expect those guys to be able to get us enough, and he stepped up and did that. And that's not going to show up in the stats either. You know, it's going to show up as probably 2 carries for 2 yards, and those are big runs for us in that game. So that's a positive.
Did you see Yoshivas do some of the little things too? It looked like he had a nice block on Lassiter's catch screen on the outside. Remember that?
Yeah. No, that one doesn't come to mind. I'm sure he did a great job.
First impression of the Waddles, you got a touchback.
Yeah, I think it's good to get it out there in front of the crowd and get that first game under your belt. You know, I'm sure there's some things that he and Darren will be able to work on, but it's good to get out there, hold, first of all, for some of those good field goals. I thought that operation was really good. And then a chance to watch the tape and you know, work on some of the things Darren will want him to work on.
How close is Drew to getting in the mix in practice?
I think this week we'll be able to get him back in the mix.
All right, so I know it was weird, but Twitter is always weird. They posted on Twitter, and Twitter is buggy as all heck, so that's why I couldn't even pause it to talk. I only like to, when I do these press conferences, I like to talk, you know, during them so I can, give my thoughts and opinions. But I couldn't really do it because, again, Twitter is so buggy when it comes to, X is so buggy when it comes to any videos. So, with that being said, though, let me go ahead and break down everything. So, starting off right away, I agree with Coach. The real problem in this game was the fact that 10 of our 19 points was scored by Tyson Anderson. Tyson Anderson, first off, got the pick 6, and he also got a pick that gave us a field goal. That is a problem, okay? Our offensive line was not that good tonight. It really was a struggle. It wasn't the starting unit outside of Jackson Carman, who could possibly be a starter, but there was literally zero reason why our offensive line in the second half should have struggled at all. The first half makes sense. Listen, at the end of the day, they were starting their starters, and then they had their second and third string in. I get it. We had all complete second string in. But Jake Browning was actually playing pretty dang good behind the offensive line in the first half. Other than one interception, which again was just an overthrow by him, where Jackson had the ball in his hands, got tipped, whatever, picked off. But Trevor Siemian looked freaking awful in the second half. I know he had more yards overall. He had 123 yards, I believe, which again was pretty dang good. But we couldn't get in the end zone. And the first half or the second half, Money Mac bailed us out in so many plays to get us field goals, but we could not get in the end zone. And that's going to be very scary moving forward. Obviously, it's just a preseason game, but we need our second, third string guys to, at least have that in them to go and get some points and not rely on our defense as much. Now, of course, Burrow will be back healthy for the whole entire season. We just saw him jogging. We just saw him running around. We'll be absolutely fine. But still, though, we shouldn't have to worry, rely just on Joe Burrow getting the job done here. We need to get the job done with our other guys, too. And especially some of these backup guys. Now, I will say overall-wise, as he said, Yoshi did look amazing today. He didn't mention Poison Ivy, but Poison Ivy looked really great. Dax Hill made a couple great plays, and Jordan Battle did too. But again, a lot of the great plays I could talk about is all on defense. On offense, the only really great plays, as he mentioned, was the screen passes to Chase Brown, and of course, it was Yoshi making a couple great catches, almost having a contested catch touchdown in the left corner of the end zone. But again, it is what it is. It is preseason week 1. We're going to really take the information we got about, it was tough. It was a tough game. We're going to move on to the Falcons. And hopefully everything, gets better next week. We should see more starters next week, as even Jonah Williams was the water boy tonight. So, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.